Hi, I'm Gina Luna. I'd love to wish you a fantastic new year. Happy 2021. I was remembering something funny. I was reminiscing with Andrew last night. We're just talking about New Year's and what we were gonna cook today or something different, what we would do different and for New Year's Eve. And I realized that and then he said he didn't really celebrate it New Year's Eve. And that's kind of odd to me. And I know he didn't celebrate Christmas because was raised Jewish, but Jewish people don't celebrate New Year's Eve either. It's like no, they do, yeah. But anyway, it was not as big as my upbringing was about the holidays. And New Year's Eve we celebrated. I remember growing up, we went out as a family and we went to a restaurant, which normally we didn't do very often because coming from an Italian family, we all cooked. My grandma was cooking and we were cooking. There was food all the time. There's no need to go out to eat. The house was filled with food all day long. But that was a special thing, to go to a restaurant and spend the New Year's hour there at midnight thing with all the family together. And that was a lot of fun. And then I was thinking about, and then when I grew up, like a teenager time, when I was a teenager, and then I realized we went to parties. There was a club in town just for the high society, and it was a club that you go and they had a band playing, and there was and drinks, champagne and all that kind of stuff that you could get, and then people dance all night and all that, and at midnight they stop the music, and then you kiss your partner because it's midnight. I never had that partner at midnight in those parties. I don't know what happened. At New Year's Eve, and I was always alone. And it was dreadful. It was dreadful when there was that midnight time that, like, now what? And as a teenager, you can imagine the agony. So New Year's Eve for me, it was an agony as a teenager growing up. And, you go dressed up. We had new clothes for New Year's Eve. It was always white or silver to bring in the new year. And luckily, in a lucky way, we're white. That was the culture back then. I wore white last year. I'm got silver on this year. No, no, not doing that again. But you would go to the parties before the party, dress up, put some makeup on, and you're like, please, God, give me a boyfriend, someone. It doesn't have to be forever, just so I can have someone to kiss at midnight because it was just agonizing. Anyway, so, and then I'm talking about this because we're talking about this kind of thing last night with Andrew. I was telling him about this kind of stuff and how I don't care about celebrating New Year's Eve. And I haven't cared about it in a very long time. And most of the time I go to sleep. We both go to sleep. We'll open a Martinelli before midnight because we don't drink alcohol. So we open a Martinelli. It's a bubbly thing and it's just as good as a champagne. Uh, you know. And I realized by telling him this story about going to the parties and the clubs that I don't care about celebrating anymore because I got him. I have someone to kiss at midnight. I don't agonize anymore. I don't have that. So I feel this relief. There's a sense of relief. So there you go. Which was the same thing with Valentine's Day, by the way. It was the same agony. But anyway, well, that was just a fun thing I wanted to tell you about. And wish you a fantastic new year. We'd have to wish it to be the best ever, 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 ever. Anything will be better than this year, right? But let's stay safe and healthy as we can. And May the new year bring you everything your heart desire and more. Hugs and love, and stay safe and be well. Bye. Happy New Year.